This program is brought to you by First National Bank of Botswana.
FNB, how can we help you?
When running a business means
Where did I put that receipt?
we can help you with instant accounting, free software that does your bookkeeping for you. When running a business means
Wait, what do you mean the container hasn't arrived?
we help protect your business from risk with Mohwebi Insurance. And when it means
How do we pay our staff that don't have bank accounts?
we help you make multiple payments directly to people's phones with e-wallet bulk send. At FNB, we're constantly innovating to help business owners at every stage of their journey.
I actually came to Phikwe in 1971. My dad worked for the mine for over 30 years. And we always knew at some point that the mine would close. We knew that the mine shafts were too deep or the metal prices were going down all the time. So it wasn't a shock to us that BCL will close.
Every month is how am I going to pay that little installment to keep the loan people from prosecuting me.
Ke mo Phikwe ka 1992. Ke tla bereka mo BCL. Simotse ke la apprentice, so bona ka 92. We ithelele mo epa o tla o tswalwa ka 2016.
Gore go go tshele gore o siane ano tota go sa siane go no ha 3 months a ngwe se sa thogo ba sna la phaleshi.
A few weeks ago, First Issues traveled to the mining town of Selibe Phikwe, the epicenter of what would be the downfall of the Bobirwa region's economy. What was once a hopeful town has been left reminiscent of a relic buffalo graveyard. Unoccupied dwelling houses, quiet rows in the mornings and evenings, unhappy faces on the streets. This unfortunate turn of events started in 2016 when the BCL mine was shut down, leaving well over 5,000 mine workers without jobs. While the mine workers and the residents were insurmountably affected by the mine's shutdown, it goes without saying that they were not the only ones plagued by this misfortune. BCL mine was not bread and butter to its employees alone. The business community benefited directly from the operations of the mine, either from contracted work or its employees. We spoke to 4 business people in the town: principal at Kopano Primary School, Lavina Granger; owner of the Bright Smoke restaurant, Naniki Dizabato; a mining engineer turned farmer, Buitumelo Lishiba; and hotel Selibe manager, Lema Telekelo. They speak of the individual impact the closure of the mine has had on their daily lives.
I think it's suffice to say that we're in a crisis. After the mine closed in 2016, we had a mass exodus of students. We started with over 500 students, right down to 339. Of the 500, 55% were subsidized by BCL mine. So we were used to getting in that lump sum of money every term, which was able to give us a good cash flow.
Tota ra sokola di business bontsi ba tswetse dipati just because ga gona lone letseno la madi kana ga re go bo gona le batho ba ile gore ba bereka month end ba amogela gore bo ba ka reka mo di business tsa rona jaanong batho bone segolo yang ke lebile tsone di business tse ile gore di teng gone ke tse ile gore gone ga ke leng teng ke location la banni ba bereka mo BCL batho ba mo ntlong gone yana ke batho ba modimo hela ga bana ditiro ga ba bereki mo ile gore o khona gore o itse gore o tla go bona gongwe di sales tsa letsatsi di simolole after lunch. Ka gore batho ba modimo ba ba leng mo tikologong e ga ba bereke. Mo e leng gore bangwe ba bone go botlhoko ba setse ba tlhokomelwa ke di-social worker. Seemo sa teng se botlhoko.
At first, people started to go to labor in numbers. Now the people have suddenly, the numbers have reduced because there is no hope. There's not even any company coming over there to hire people.
But now this mayhem is happening in spite of the government setting up the Selibe Phikwe Economic Diversification Unit, otherwise known as SPEDU, to expand the mining town's economy from relying solely on copper and nickel. As part of its mandate, the body is tasked with coordinating investment opportunities in the region and promoting employment creation. When speaking to First Issues, SPEDU CEO Dr. Mukubung stated they have various projects they could point to that have helped the situation in Selibe Phikwe. He says, although it has taken longer than anticipated, they believe their efforts will eventually bear fruit.
So counting from 2015, we would say that we still had that mandate of economic diversification. And key to this is that we facilitate projects around economic diversification. We facilitate, we coordinate, we supervise, of course we implement. So there is a limit within which we operate. Because you would find people in the area or anywhere in the country thinking that SPEDU is being given money to put up factories and employ people. SPEDU is being given money to put up agri farms and employ people. No, it's not like that. We do attract investors to come establish in the SPEDU region. And the process of attracting investors is quite lengthy. And it's not a straight line, it's not smooth. Because you may get an investor, agree with an investor to come set up in the area, and when you have signed the papers, when you have done your due diligence, and you expect that company, which is a separate business entity, to now operate in the area, they retract. So, because we are not part of that business, we do not have equity in that business, we do not have a say in the decision by the shareholders of that particular business, we cannot compel them to set up in Selibe Phikwe. We only have to lure, we have to attract, we have to cajole, we have to ginger them to come to our area.
When running a business means
Where did I put that receipt?
we can help you with instant accounting, free software that does your bookkeeping for you. When running a business means
Wait, what do you mean the container hasn't arrived?
we help protect your business from risk with Mohwebi Insurance. And when it means
How do we pay our staff that don't have bank accounts?
we help you make multiple payments directly to people's phones with e-wallet bulk send. At FNB, we're constantly innovating to help business owners at every stage of their journey.
Welcome back to the program. Although the state of affairs in the mining town is of dire straits and uncertainty, measures on how to cope have already come underway for some. Ways of expanding licensing to accommodate more services, reskilling and adopting befitting marketing strategies are some of the ways the people in Selibe Phikwe have adopted to cope with the changed times.
The first year, I would say, most of us were really depressed. But we ended up reskilling ourselves. So as you can see, we are venturing into horticulture. So I would say right now we are trying to move away from the focus of that the mine will open or what. We are focusing on moving forward.
You know, we believe in going to places, visiting places. Like for instance, we've been going to CDC, that is Serowe, Tonota, and Bobono, to market the business. Because if at all it wasn't that, we could be not making business at all. So we just believed in that marketing strategy.
Tota ke tsela re business e batla bopelotelele e batla motho e leng gore gane hela a ba re BCL tswetswe botshelo bo hedile ga re o bone lo yana gore tota gore ke tshile ke direng e bile segolo jang o le motho wa mme o le rre e bile o le mme mo lapeng bana ba lebile wena ba lebile gore ka moso ba batla dio tsa sekolo ba batla dijo ba batla school fees dio tsa go nna jalo jaanong ke dio tse e leng gore o tshwentse gore wena o bone gore botshelo ka bo dira ka tsela e ntseng yang ga ke se ke inele ke re BCL e tswetswe ke ka tswala dipati that's why ke ntse ke butse ka bona gore ke ka gongwe ka eda di license tse dingwe tsa eng gore gongwe ke se ka lebagana le restaurant hela gore ke botshelo bo nna bo a pele.
After we lost a whole lot of students, we took the decision to keep the staff going. So we got 49 members of staff. We took the decision to keep them and try and cut down costs wherever we could. But unfortunately, as we speak now, we've had to give Section 25 letters to all our staff members, and we are looking to retrench at least 30% by the end of this year, which is sad because a lot of these teachers are young women with children at the school. So where do we send them? What do we do?
While the businessmen and women in the mining town have taken it upon themselves to see what measures best suit their individual situations, SPEDU CEO Mukubung says they have at present managed to help revive some projects in the region that have employed about 1,600 people in the area.
You may remember that there used to be Dalana farms and it was liquidated. At the time we realized that about the liquidation, we ran helter-skelter to identify an investor. And the investor is on the ground and successfully producing. Within that belt of Dalana farms, through the Tuli block areas, we've got other companies that are in place through the intervention and efforts of SPEDU. These companies have employed people at worsen fields and others in that area which have always been there. We have helped them to resuscitate and revitalize. So we've got people employed in that area in the agriculture sector. And coming to infrastructure development, we have done the resurfacing of the airport with the objective of enabling investors who fly into the area to land at our Selibe Phikwe airport, with the intention that in future it may be used for commuter services, between the towns in the country and even outside. We don't have a lot of infrastructure development projects. We have been putting up the bridge at Bloodjan, it is almost done at around 98% as we speak today. This is to facilitate entry of traders and the community at large to use that route, to create a corridor that will allow these goods trucks which are en route to the northern part of the country as well as the countries in the North Zambia, DRC, Angola. So we are opening that route. Of course, it will take some time to have the whole road network connecting to the bridge done, but that is the idea. We also have put some electric power line along the fertile Motlotse Basin area. The Motlotse is a river, it's a big river in the area. So alongside that basin there are farmers, and this is a pilot project for us to provide electric power to these SMEs planting in that area, because electricity is thought to bring in efficiency through the usage of technologies.
The CEO spoke of manufacturing as one of the sectors they have explored for the revitalization of the SPEDU region. This is in contrast to manufacturing having proven to be a challenge to grow in the country. This is because there aren't adequate raw materials, there's very low buying power as the population is quite small, and other factors surrounding funding, especially for startups. Dr. Mukubung, however, says these should not be considered deterrents, as they encourage those setting up manufacturing plants to look outside the local market for business.
We do look at the bankable feasibility studies of those companies that have the market internationally, not only in the country. And we would advise that companies should not only focus on government procurement. They should look at other extensive and expansive opportunities. And we do assist in market access, negotiations, and identification of where the possible markets could be for the products that could be produced in the Selibe Phikwe and the SPEDU region. So that is what we are doing in the meantime. And a bit outside the manufacturing, which I think it is important to state what we're doing in the SPEDU region, is what we call MICE. M-I-C-E, which is meetings, incentives, conferences, and events. That is, in the meantime, to keep the economy, functioning, to keep it active, to keep it busy. We have requested, and government has supported us, that most meetings and conferences should be held in Selibe Phikwe. And we have seen a number of them in the past 2 years. And other organizations, they will prefer to go for their retreats over there. The pizzos, they are held over there. I can mention a lot of government organizations and parastatals that hold their meetings over there.
When running a business means
Where did I put that receipt?
we can help you with instant accounting, free software that does your bookkeeping for you. When running a business means
Wait, what do you mean the container hasn't arrived?
we help protect your business from risk with Mohwebi Insurance. And when it means
How do we pay our staff that don't have bank accounts?
we help you make multiple payments directly to people's phones with e-wallet bulk send. At FNB, we're constantly innovating to help business owners at every stage of their journey.
While the people are hopeful that the mining town will be brought back to its glory days, albeit outside the prospects of the mine, Dr. Mugubung says he cannot say with confidence they have done enough for the town, as he believes there is a lot more left to explore.
I cannot say that we have done enough. We haven't. There are, of course, reasons that explain why we haven't. And it is an array of operational aspects that need to be polished, that need to be corrected, where we may even need to improve the mandate of SPEDU, not only to facilitate, coordinate and supervise activities. We may, it would be nice to have, funds to set up factories, for SPEDU and, employ people and produce exports and even import substituting products coming from the SPEDU region. That is the future I'm thinking
of. Phikwe is coming back, and I believe that it's not going to be the way Phikwe it used to be. I think for now, besides doing the business under the mining sector, people can start to, can start to be based on the farming sectors, so that they can maybe try to generate money with those kind of things. Rearing cattle, growing crops, and then trying to sell them here in Phikwe, even outside Phikwe. Because, for instance, we are near South Africa, by the Palala side. We can just do all these things and maybe sell to other guys outside the country.
Thank you so much for joining us on the program. We hope in time the situation in Phikwe will improve. Good night. This program was brought to you by First National Bank of Botswana.
FNB, how can we help you?